You guys know the show The Backyardigans, the show with 5 backyard members that encourages children to use their imagination. Well, I am a woman in my 30s and my daughter loves The Backyardigans. On this day, I was watching the news and they showed me references of 9/11, that incident that happened on September 11th, 2001, and I started to cry. My daughter was peeking at me and she asked the question, "Mom, why are you crying?" I pointed at the TV and I told her that's where your father was when he died. Then I told her I was going to sleep for 30 minutes. I went to bed while my daughter changed the channel to Nickelodeon and The Backyardigans was on TV. They showed the intro but it was in a way and tone and all of them were hopping out of this gray background like if they were drunk. Pablo had a gun in his hand. Tyrone had lasers. Uniqua was like a scare bear. And Tasha and Austin were both high. The episode title was The Lost episode. My daughter started to scream because it was scary. I rushed out of my bed and asked her what happened. She pointed at the TV and she turned her head slowly saying nothing. The TV automatically turned off by itself. Luckily we had a backup. So I prepared a PB&J sandwich for my daughter to eat. I went back in my bed and she went in her room to watch some TV. She went ahead and watched Dora the Explorer on Nick Jr. The TV automatically turned back to the Backyardigans Lost episode. The TV was locked so she couldn't change the channel. So all the backyard members went inside Tyrone's house and they saw Handy Manny and one of the tools said, "Oh, it's him." As soon as Tyrone walked into his house, he was ready to take action on Manny. Tyrone pulled out his lasers. 10 seconds later, I heard a car crash and a drumroll. I went outside to see what was going on. I was astonished. Someone was speeding up the hill and they crashed into my car. The police came and dealt with it. At 5 p.m., I came inside the house and my daughter got stabbed. She wasn't breathing properly and she wasn't saying anything. The ambulance came and took her to the emergency room 1 hour later. She came back from the emergency room with a lollipop and a sticker. When 8 p.m. came, the TV automatically turned on by itself to the Backyardigans Lost episode. Tyrone was still battling with Manny as he slapped Manny across the face and arm with the laser. Manny went dead and dropped on the floor. Tyrone opened the door and shouted, "Man, I'm done with this." Pablo, Uniqua, Tasha, and Austin applauded saying yay, woo-ah, hooray. Tyrone did it. It sounds similar to the Dora the Explorer. We did it. They waved at the screen saying goodbye in a demonic way and all of them melted. A few seconds later, I heard something crack. It was my daughter's iPad. A cat got into our house and knocked it down. As soon as the cat saw us, the cat ran out of the window. It was 10 p.m. so we headed to bed. 3 o'clock came and my daughter was screaming because she had a nightmare. She said she wanted to sleep with me. She entered my room and it was pitch black. I walked her to my room because she couldn't see anything. My daughter stayed up the whole night while I went to sleep and from that day on I can only remember Uniqua's evil smile.